And one guy got hurt. One guy went, and he almost broke his arm going for that train whistle. Okay. Next up, over, it says song. Oh my gosh, it did it again. It's another. I'm learning a lot today. It went looking for a stick. So it says song. If you hit that, it'll go right to the stick. Yeah, right there, song. No, you just hit song right there. Boom. Right there. That's neat. Do you have a stick with you? Where's that stick? Let me see that stick. Okay, I'll try it. All right, yellow one. So put the stick in. This better work. It didn't work. You
Fast forward.
gotta have it loaded. Okay, let me see. Oh, someone knew already. Well, now I know. So you gotta have it loaded a little bit, or loaded already, and then it works. Now it says up there, song, through the eyes of love. You hit it right there, and I can get. Oh, it's a shortcut again. Okay, neat. Yay! Now I pull it out, it goes away. Okay. I can tell some people studied. And then next, underneath that, it says song repeat mode off. Oh my gosh, it brings me to the chain song shortcut. You don't even have to go inside. If you're like, I wonder if it's on chain song. So I'm going to put chain loop on. Now it says song repeat mode chain loop. I like that. I like that right there. Shortcut. The next thing underneath that, I'm not touching it. It's not my organ. It says set my settings 1 and 2 and initial. So there's two things I don't do on the instrument. This is one of them. Well, what that is, some people really get into it. You could like set your instrument a certain way. Different things like a car seat, memory car seat, like a car seat. You can set certain things away, and then when you turn on the instrument, you press 1, it goes, it does all that stuff. So people really got into that. And then they're like, the husband's like, well, what about me? And so they made settings number 2. And then he pushed that, and it goes, and puts his stuff on. And then there's an initial, but that's called my settings to make the organ. Some people have they always have it a certain way. They put transpose and different things on. Boom, you hit one button and sets it. I guess bringing it back to regular initial, I don't know. I never got into that one. But it's called My Settings. You might want to read about it if you want that happening for your instrument. But I'm not touching it right now because this isn't my organ. It locked it. Yeah, I'm not touching it. Okay, so anyway, some people no big deal. They use it all the time. They know it, pro at it. I'm just not. And underneath that, we have a screen, the big screen underneath that, and it has many settings. Now on this instrument, I have some instruments up here in the top corner, you have favorites. This is an aria, so it says top hits. So we had someone say, I don't have that button. And we said, you can buy that button. And she did. I thought that was great. So you can do your Phantom and stuff. That's from the top hits. But now, since there's a top hits button, the style favorites are in this bottom corner. I push that first. Okay, so just like if you hit favorites or you hit style favorites, there they are in the screen, and there's a lot of them. And what you do is in the favorites, you put your rhythms you've been using a lot. I know I would have meditation in this one. There, but look at these. Smoky Lounge, Autumn Keys, Gentle Mind, Floyd's Piano Orchestral Ballad, Soliloquy, Strings 101, Wonderful World, San Fran, Smiles. Good stuff. Roses. So that's what that is, style favorites. You push one, you scroll, and then you leave it. It stays there. Yours loses the favorites? Oh, I don't know. It's not supposed to do that. Sorry about that. Uh, no, it's not supposed to reset. We'll have to find out about that. The next one, it says classic styles. Some people have, had their marquee a long time, and then they move to the grand or the aria, so they know the buttons. But some people just had kept, like they had a Patriot, and they kept it forever before they traded, like a whole month. Then they went to the Liberty, and then they kept that one like for a really long, like 2 months before they even moved up. But so they went to the marquee, and then they're like, "Oh, where's my big band?" And then, well, if they went to the Grand Marquee, it would have been better than after they had the marquee. Well, anyway, you got these classic styles, and it says big band foxtrot, swing ragtime, soft and easy ballad. So the thing is not maybe you don't know the buttons. Well, your books. You pull out a book from a few years ago, and it says soft and easy, or it says big band, and that's really what it is. It's like you don't want to have to think too much. Well, I mean, you could use style list, but let's just say I was used to the buttons. So I'm like, I know it's soft and easy, and it's the exact way it looked in the Liberty or the Patriot or Sterling. So it's the original buttons, just like they were used to be. So that's what classic styles are. I'll tell you, I had a problem when I first went to. I was like, I don't know where anything is, and someone's sitting there and they're all excited, and I'm sweating. So Lowry listened, and they made classic styles. But I didn't even think. Sometimes you don't think. I could have went to Stylist and found it. I don't know why I'm searching over here, but people like to push buttons. They want to look through them. So here they are, classic styles. They're pianist and guitarist. The original more button, just like it was on the Liberty. And you scroll through the pages just like it was. That's neat. So it's all the way up to a Liberty. That's what the classic styles. It's really a Liberty all the way up to a Liberty. Okay, sounds. This one. There's a lot to this one. Okay, so the way it works is it takes the whole thing. You have the top two, and it says golden harp, gray, and it's gray. And on this side it says virtuoso assign. So it says bells, crystal. Okay. So what that's saying is that in this golden harp sounds button, whether it's on or not, there's a sound in there, and that's what it says, bells crystal. It says bells crystal, and that's what's in the sounds button, whether it's on or not. It's just sitting in there. So if you were to take a sound, say it's sound number 115, and you put it in the sounds button, now it'll say, it'll say acoustic guitar. You knew that. Good. Now it says acoustic guitar. So that's just saying what's in your sounds button in your golden harp section. underneath that, it says Orc 1, Orc 2, Solo 1, Solo 2. That's awesome. That's telling you, now that you have separate boxes, it's telling you what's in each black sounds button. So, 9-foot grand, Piano Society, Tommy Trombone, and Flugelhorn. Yay! Now underneath that, it says, it shows everything. Underneath it says lower sounds, gray, and upper sounds. That's the lower Genius tab, or lower sounds tab, and your upper sounds tab, the dark gray or black. That's telling you what's in those. Strings 2 and strings 1. That's exciting. And then it says lower theater, upper theater, because your theater tabs, which are not here anymore, they used to be on the edges. It's just telling you that there is actually a upper sounds in even those. That accesses a big list too. Viola Celeste 8, Viola Celeste 8. Then it tells me my auto basses 1 and 2 that are in tabs. They're no longer in buttons. They're in tabs over here in the tab. Auto bass 1 and 2. It's telling me what's in those. The excitement's building. I can feel it. The next thing is it says ensemble bass. Right here, this ensemble bass. You can even put a sound in there. Isn't that great? Okay, and then it says pedal sounds. You like a pedal genius. You can even put a sound in there, which the organ does itself. So let's just push number 3. So, which is the old theater organ sound. So now it says bow ensemble and ensemble bass, and it says organ bass pipe in the pedal sounds button. Exciting. Then underneath that, it tells me over here the sound effects. It says sounds 1 and 2, which is like the old Genius 1 and 2, which you can put sounds in there. And then the ones that don't change. If you put sounds in them, your favorites. Sound effects 3 and 4. Good, my plane's still in there. That's good. All right, so those are your sound. They're green. Now watch this. I'm going to touch each one and see what happens. There's shortcuts on each one. So I'm going to press where it says Golden Harp Acoustic Guitar, see if it does anything. Yes. It did a shortcut right to the Edit Sounds or Edit Genius page where you can do stuff. So what if I'm doing my virtuoso and the octaves wrong, or I wanted more sustain? It goes right to that Edit Sounds page. Come on, get off. Okay. So I did the octave lower and more sustain. So went right to it. Boom, I didn't have to go and feature. So I just pressed it. It goes right to Edit Sounds. Let me hit Orc 1. So it's another shortcut to Edit Sounds. I don't have to go over here if I wanted to change. So let's say I'm doing some kind of horn, and I wanted the octave different. Goes right to, it says French horn. It says Orc 1, French horn, the octave, the vibrato stuff, the sustain. Isn't that neat? So Orc 2 does the same thing. Solo 1 does the same thing. Solo 2 brings you right to the edit for each one. Lower sounds does the same thing. Upper sounds does the same thing. And then lower. Okay, so when I hit the lower theater, all it did is bring it to the left page and wrote Viola Celeste 8. It just says the same thing. Same thing with upper theater. Let's see what Auto Bass 1 does. Nothing. Auto Bass 2 does nothing. Ensemble Bass brings up another page I thought was cool. I'm not saying we're going to use it all the time, but it shows two bass tabs in the screen now. That's Ensemble bass. Isn't that cool? Two more tabs. And then pedal sounds. Oh wow, it brought me to edit sounds. Oh, so yeah, I can do some. That's this pedal genius type of tab. Rarely do we do anything with that one. That's funny. All right, let me hit the sound effects ones. Nothing. Oh, it says what's in it. Same. Okay. You can scroll. If you hit it, you can then scroll and stuff. So there's the sounds. Yay! The biggest thing I liked about it was if I'm making sounds, I could just shortcut to the Edit Genius rather than having to hit feature off, hit feature on, and scroll. You know what I'm saying? You can just right through it. Right to it. The next one, for some people that says that's a lot to look at, some of the softer, sometimes if you put on your regular Ensemble page, that was the original marquee page, was showing you the strings, which are missing. They're not in your tabs anymore. Now they're in the screen. And it's just your strings and your vocals in the sustain tab. They save some room, so they put them in there. So if you're like, if you're turning everything off and you still have a sound left, you're like, what am I missing? It's probably the strings. That's one of the things. So let's just say I had on, let's just say I didn't have that page on, and I go like this. I had on a sound, and I turned off a lot of my tabs. I'm like, I'm still hearing something. Well, I go in Ensemble. Up, there's a string. But I'm still hearing something. What do you think I'm hearing? The next page, the theater. There it is. And bass. Yeah, so these last two, Ensemble really is your strings and vocals for your lower and upper. And then theater, your purple ones. For if you're a theater pipe organ enthusiast. Hey! I love that. So that was great. So let's see. Yeah, I love it. Like a Super Bowl. Okay, so that's the screen. But let's do this side. I didn't do some of the things over here. USB. Hit the USB. Load presets, load setups, save setups, rename setups, delete setups, format device, load song setups, copy song, rename song, delete song, rename audio. Oh, wow. It's right there. You can rename your MP3s?
Yes, you can.
Oh my gosh. Yay, right there. We don't have to do it in the computer. I wish I had. Well, let me see that stick again. Let's find out something. So I
You
got
can
my
only do it once, though.
What?
You can only do it once.
What do you mean?
When you convert it to an MP3, you can rename it from the default Lowry name. But once you've renamed it, you can't do it again.
Oh.
You can't rename it again.
But you can rename each song.
Yes, but only once.
Okay. Okay. Then it gets mad. It's like, no more. Okay, so I got my stick in. Top one says load setups. I hit that. And I hit it, and then I scroll to the one I want, and then I press it and load it in. USB, so save setups, rename setups, delete setups. A lot of things you can do with your stick. So that's your USB. So let me just record a song as audio. Okay, so it says Lowry Audio 001 MP. So let's see, let's try. Okay, so I hit USB, rename audio. It pulled it up. I'm going to touch it. Yay! Okay. So it says Lowry, it has a cursor under the L, Lowry Audio, and it says the old uppercase, lowercase, number, symbols, space, and stuff. But I'm on Aria. So I'm going to hit QWERTY. And I'm going to write Cary's song. Cary's space song. And then space, 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 space. It doesn't let me get rid of MP3. So, and then I'm going to hit rename. Audio renamed. It says Cary's song. Yay!
But you can't rename it again now.
That's okay. It's not my stick.
You got to take it to a computer to do it.
Oh, okay. So, like we just do it in the computer, but all right. Yay! Learned a lot today with that. But so USB has to do with loading and saving, renaming, deleting, and renaming even your audio stuff one time though. So next one is song setup. The long way, you just hit song setup and scroll from where you were. That's song setup. Style suites. Anybody use style suites? Yeah?
Yeah.
I forgot about it. So this style suite says Style Suites 1. And on the top to the right it says All Styles. What do you think that means?
Lists all the styles.
It's the regular style list. It's just going through the styles as regular. Okay? So if I hit Style Suites, it says movies and plays, classical and old, organ, novelty. I think this is cool. You know what someone had to do? They had to go through the whole hundreds of rhythms and think about what are all the rhythms that were made for movies and just plays. And you hit that. 1, 9 to 5, All I Ask of You, Broadway, Circle of Lions, and all the... Yeah, the movie one. Rocky Tiger. That's great. Star Trek. Yeah. Oregon, World, Island. Hit the island. I got all the different island ones. So style suites. Big band era. Big band. Yeah. Hokey pokey. Yay. Style suites. Kid styles. No kids. What's those kids? Get those kids. Get those kids off the organ. Chipmunks, chicken dancing. Chipmunks. Now there's a next page. Where's more? Oh, look, it says Style Suites 2, new on the top. I guess new styles. Movies and plays. Wait, I hit it. Next, okay, 20s and 40s, 50s and 60s, 70s, 80s and beyond. Showstoppers, orchestral, 80s and beyond. Yay! So in 2 pages of style suites. And then next one would say keypad or QWERTY. And you just hit keypad or alphabet, or this has the QWERTY, which you could, like I just did, very quickly just. And what's neat about it is when you as you're pushing the letter, it moves the cursor to the next spot automatically. Yep. Oh, I just heard someone said, that's it, I'm getting one. I didn't know. Now that I said that, that was the big difference. Okay. Wasn't that great? That was a lot. So it says on here, it says close or hit QWERTY, opens up. I have song setup and stylist. So just like a letter, you know, you hit a H, song setup brings you right to the song setup in H, or H stylist. That's funny. But here's a little thing you got to know about. It's happened to me many times. If you have a little H, whatever letter is sitting there that you last used, be careful. Because you have to hit space after you're done. Because if you were to hit any button, it goes right to the H's. It doesn't let go. It doesn't leave. The H doesn't go away. So I was like, what? Where did bagpipe come from? Because it said B. So just a little thing right there. I hit space, so it says B. And let's say I use B to get to something in here like Barry Can't Smile. And let's just say I happen to hit something. I wanted to just see was in one of the sounds. I hit sounds. Now I went to bagpipe. Well, it is almost St. Patrick's Day. But anyway, you can use the letters also for going right to sounds really quick. Let's say I wanted to get to an accordion. I press A, and I hit the sounds button, and it goes right to the accordion. So if I wanted accordion every single one, I just keep hitting A and then the sounds button. Yay! Even the upper sounds tab. Just got lucky that it went to accordion. But it goes to the first of the letter. So if I hit T, I hit each sound button, test sound. I don't want that. Or S, saw and bow, just as good. S in everyone. So I hear a string. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my regular screen. I'm going to hit close. And there's that string on Ensemble. I'm going to go to theater. Yep. There was a theater on. Now I've got just my musical saw. So check those ensembles in theater if you're like, why am I still hearing something? I put the sound in like they said. Don't forget about ensemble and theater. Yay, I told you. I tell you, I was like, where is this sound coming from? It's ensemble and theater. Now you know everything. That was everything. That was everything about the screen. Let's see. So I go back to my regular screen and it says 1:30. Yay! So let's see. I use the QWERTY, and I want to finish up with something. Let's say I wanted to do oh, what was that? Oh, that was Superman. I want to do I want to do Pretty Woman. So I'm going to do Pretty Woman. Here we go. Hold fill. Hold fill. Ending. Yay! Yay! So how was that?
Good,
Great?
good.
Very good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Cary.
Yeah.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome. Well, have a great day.
You too.
You too.
You too.